are some things I assume about you that show my own biases, but one of them I think is actually true. Whenever I post about that part of your job description that isn't written in the job description and how this unwritten rules section is a class barrier as well as a barrier for neurodivergence, thousands of people, literally thousands, are seeing it, liking it, sharing it, and commenting on how it resonates with their experience. And you still comment that this isn't true or justify that the best employees know how to just figure it out. Here are 4 things that I realize I assume about you. 1, I assume you are extremely self-absorbed because something is not your experience, even though everybody else is telling you that's their experience and somebody is telling you they've done research and it showed it's true. You're saying, nope, doesn't happen to me, can't happen to anybody else. 2, I'm assuming you're extremely privileged. You've never been in a situation where your livelihood depended on being somebody else and adapting to their norms, so you cannot fathom that that is something else people do for you, or you assume that other people should be doing that for you because your way is correct. 3, you're threatened because you may not actually be that good at the task on your job, but you're really great at knowing those unwritten rules and you don't want them to go away because it could penalize you, even if the business might benefit from people who know how to do their job better. And if this is the case, I also suspect that you are a workplace bully because bullies are almost always people who know that somebody else is better than them at their job. 4, and this is the one that might be true, the kindness expected of you to recognize somebody else's cultural experience wasn't given to you. You are expected to adapt or get over it, even if it sucked your soul, even if it was bullying, even if it ruined the project you were on, even if maybe the company took a hit. And that's humble pie for me, and why I ultimately get to that point is I remember in my first management job, I was one of the youngest people, I was a woman, it was absolutely compensating being new. For the first group training I had, which was across time zones, I scheduled it for 8 a.m. being the earliest time zone, the one I was in Pacific time, which would have been 11 a.m. for people on the East Coast. This was an American project. I remember another manager asking me, did you ask the employees before you put that on their calendar? And I thought she was insane. I was like, did I ask them before I told them when the meeting was? No, I told them. I'm their manager. This is a very small thing, and it's not that I think you have to ask every time. But it made me think about what the benefits are of asking somebody, of building rapport, of showing that you care. And the reason it never occurred to me is because I had never been given that courtesy. I was expected to show up on time, ready to go. Mistakes weren't tolerated, references weren't asked, etc. And I ultimately realized that's not the kind of manager that I want to be. Now, there have been times where I've had to say, sorry, this is the only time that works. But it's actually been rarer than I thought it would be. So just hailing back to that internet meme that goes around every now and then, that if you think you went through it and you turned out okay, but you think everybody else also has to go through it, then maybe you didn't turn out okay.